It's been a year since we released Thrive on 11/11/11, and I wanted to take the opportunity to share with you a little bit about what's happened in this last year and what we're visioning for the year to come. Foster's off in Australia at the Solutions Summit. He'll report from there, but I just wanted to catch you up because it's been an amazing year. One of the things that we've heard the most about is from people interested in free energy. I feel like Thrive was in some ways like a trusted calling card, and we heard from a lot of people, inventors who aren't on the internet and aren't out there known as inventors. They're definitely under the radar, but they felt that they could trust us and let us know about them, and we've had a chance to visit them, and to visit them with a team of engineers and scientists who are educated in mainstream science and can translate this kind of new paradigm energy with old paradigm standards, and at the same time have open enough minds to consider abundant energy coming out of the universe. So we had a team of engineers and scientists, as well as people who called us up who had money to either invest or give to the furthering of free energy. So we've had a chance to develop relations with some new labs and to get up on the latest, and also to hear from thousands of people who we haven't yet had a chance to vet all of the different technology for both water purification and for medical applications. So our vision for next year is to be able to focus with this team on vetting the technology and going further. You know, we've also been scammed. We got a call from one guy in Kentucky saying that, you know, he had just jerry-rigged a version of the Howard Johnson free energy model, and that, you know, for $127 he got it working and gave it to 3 of his friends, and they were all running their houses off the grid. And so we assembled this A-team of people to go out and verify the technology and provide the legal counsel because he said he was being harassed and all this stuff. And anyway, found out that in fact it was a complete scam, and so that goes on too. One of the things that we're able to provide is this vetting team, and so by the time we tell you something's real, I can promise you that it will have been through the ringer of scientists and engineers and legal counsel. And the other part about it that I want to mention is that it's a lot more complicated than just the technology. Actually having a business model that works. You know, sometimes these inventors have put millions of dollars, or had investors put millions of dollars into the technology. They want to be paid back, as well as disseminate the energy throughout the world. So what's a business model that doesn't just create another mega conglomerate, you know, that's fair to everybody involved, and that meets the ultimate vision of having this energy out available to everybody in an affordable, easy access, fair way. So that's one of the issues. The other is the manufacturing and dissemination, and how that can happen globally, safely. So those are other members of the team that we've assembled in order to you know, put together that picture. So it's not just like a quick, oh, here's the technology, we can put out the blueprints for it and everybody can go. I wish it were that way. And in fact, when we got the call from the guy in Kentucky, that was our big hope, was that there was just going to be a simple, easy application that could get out on the internet and everybody could just do it themselves. But so far that isn't what's happened. And so instead, what we can promise you is that we're going to apply really responsible scientific, engineering, legal, manufacturing, distributing, and business model thinking and expertise to this, and that one of our core commitments for the next year is to do everything that we can to facilitate the safe and global dissemination of free energy. So that's on our radar, and that's one of the things that we're committed to. One of the main intentions Foster and I had from the start was really to help provide a tool for coordinating solutions around the world, so that we're not all working in isolation, and so that we can benefit from each other's efforts. So we created the Solutions Hub at thrivemovement.com, and that's something that we're going to be putting a lot of attention into also in the next year. We have over 400 groups from more than 50 different countries who have joined to both share their best practices and to take on learning about whole systems solutioning around the world. And you know, the point is that the agenda for the consolidation of wealth and power is happening in all the sectors. As Thrive points out, you know, whether you're looking at health, media, economics, environment, whatever, the same people are in charge of what's going on, and it's not benefiting the people or the planet. And so for our solutions to be effective, we wanted there to be a way to have them equally coordinated by sectors so that we can actually get at this in a way that's, you know, commensurate with the challenges that we face. A perfect example is in Indonesia, where, you know, it's good for the economy to have tourism in Bali, let's say, but you go there now and you see that, you know, environmentally it's just been devastating, and they don't know how to deal with the sewage and the plastic and the traffic and everything else. So when you have uncoordinated solutions, one of the problems is you can actually do harm in one sector while you're benefiting another. And the other thing is that we don't get to benefit from each other's experience and knowledge. There are plenty of communities that have been successful, well, not enough, but there are some communities that have been successful in stopping GMOs, for example, and for them to be able to share what lawsuits and petitions and data they used in order for any other community that's taking that on to benefit from the work that's already been done. So that's our intention with the Solutions Hub. And it's what we're going to be putting more energy into in the coming year, because that's something that we really want people to have a visceral experience of whole systems problem solving, so that we can have coordinated, comprehensive solutions and get on with things. One of the things that Foster and I are excited about focusing on in the next year, Foster in particular, is really grounding this liberty conversation, because it's one of the most misunderstood concepts, really, that we brought to bear. Liberty, true liberty, and a principle of non-violation is something that Gandhi and King organized around. It's an important philosophy for us to be considering now and to get it into the mainstream conversation. So that's something that Foster's going to be doing a blog and really focusing on grounding this liberty conversation, having televised discussions with people so that it becomes part of the global conversation, and it's something that I think that the world is ready for this conversation. We need so much more than a tweak in our current systems to get us to a world that's really thriving, and liberty is the conversation that we believe can get us there. It's an amazing feeling to know that 10 million people have seen Thrive in its first year. When I was watching the World Series, I was trying to imagine, so how many ballparks full of people is that to actually wrap around how many individuals Thrive has impacted? And it's a lot. It's in 20 languages now, soon to be 26. The movie's free for everybody to see, and we feel really great about that. And it also means that we rely on your contributions to keep the movement going. Thank you so much for sharing the vision of a thriving world. We look forward to working together with you in the year to come. Thanks.
We all have what it takes to thrive.